Welcome to NoSpamProxy email security in the cloud. My name is Maarit Kiviking and I'm one of the experts in Expert at Cloud Marketplace Team channel. I will be the host of this presentation today. So all questions please ask in the channel or in chat during the presentation. And now the stage is yours. Stefan, you're welcome.
Thank you, Maarit, for the kind introductions, and welcome to our slot about NoSpamProxy and the email security solution in the cloud. My name is Stefan, and I'm working as a business unit manager. Oh, wait, I switch off the camera. And I'm working as a business unit manager for NoSpamProxy at Net@Work. So Net@Work is the company's name, and NoSpamProxy is the name of our solution. I'm here now for 20 years at Net@Work, and NoSpamProxy itself started 15 years ago. So I'm quite deep into the solution, and I think I can tell a few words about NoSpamProxy. But let me give you a brief overview about over Net@Work. Net@Work was founded 25 years ago, so we are quite old in the market. We have roughly 100 employees now working here in our headquarters in Paderborn. That's in the center of Germany, and we have also a few guys sitting in Berlin. Yeah. As we founded Net@Work, we started as a typical system integrator, so we know a lot about Microsoft technologies like Exchange, Teams, Skype for Business, and so on. And as I said, 15 years ago, we had quite a good idea how to deal with spam mails and malware mails, and this was the time to start NoSpamProxy. Okay, what is NoSpamProxy? Maybe some of you already heard of us because we were in Estonia last year at the Also event. And for those who don't know us, NoSpamProxy has 4 components. The first one is the component which we started with. We call it NoSpamProxy Protection. NoSpamProxy Protection is the solution to fight antivirus and anti-malware in emails. We have 1 or 2 USPs in our software. One of this is called Level of Trust, and how it works. This I will show you later on in a later slide. The second one is NoSpamProxy Encryption. Guess what it is? It's a fully fledged encryption gateway. We support SMIME as well as PGP. And we have one more technique on board to also support the cryptography technology, which can be used by really everyone that has not an SMIME certificate or a PGP key. It's a symmetric PDF encryption, and it's fully fledged gateway, which is run in the cloud or on premises. The third one is NoSpamProxy Large Files. Large Files is the solution to exchange rather big attachments via a secure way using email. So our aim is to support your customers and their employees to use email in a safe way, and we also want to use to make it possible that your users can use email also to exchange rather big files, and this is achieved by NoSpamProxy Large Files. The last one is NoSpamProxy Disclaimer. And this is a central email disclaimer management. We can attach texts, pictures, what you like, to an email on a central rule-based basis. And of course, we have an Active Directory integration so that everything can be done in a rather automatic mode. All the 4 components you can buy in 2 ways. You can buy NoSpamProxy Server. This is our server solution which we started with 15 years ago. This is installed in your data center. It's an on-prem solution, and according to that, we founded several weeks ago NoSpamProxy Cloud, which is, as you can guess, a full-fledged cloud service. And all the 4 components can be bought in as cloud service or as on-prem service. Well, now that's not true. At the moment, we only in the cloud we only provide protection and the large files options, not more in the cloud at the moment. But later on, in the beginning of 2021, we also provide encryption and the disclaimer solution in the cloud. Okay, yeah. When we look at the Emotet virus currently spreading via email, we talk with our customers about this, about the threat. We also hear the same needs our customers have to fight these kind of emails. First of all, we need a very fast response time. As far as we know, there are several 100,000 difficult to detect versions of Emotet each day. We are talking about 320,000 different versions of an Emotet each day. This makes it nearly impossible to detect these emails with a pattern-based solution. So we need something different to have a rather quick response time. Then we need a connected system in the background. When only our customers are installing NoSpamProxy in their on-prem solution, and each NoSpamProxy installation would not ask other NoSpamProxy installations if they already have seen this kind of emails, this wouldn't be a good solution. So we need in the background, we need a network where you can exchange knowledge about malware mails. And this is also something we can provide, but I will show you how it works later on. Of course, the protection level has to be very high. Emotet is it's a very dangerous virus because usually it's spread via email in form of an attachment, email attachment, or via an URL in an email. And emails are usually very well styled, so the user doesn't know if this email really comes from his CEO or not. He clicks on the attachment, he clicks on the URL, and the malware is downloaded. So we need a very high protection level. When you have a high protection level, there's a danger in terms of false positives. So that emails might get lost from a wanted communication partner. So the protection solution which customers are asking for has to be some sort of custom fit. And every customer has other needs in terms of attachments on email. One customer wants to have old Word documents. The other one says, no, I don't need it. I just work with the new ones. I don't need macros in Word documents. And the next one says, I need them. So it has to be custom fit. That's a very big point. Okay, let's dig a bit deeper into the solution. I would like to introduce you to our level of trust system. Level of trust is a system which you only find in NoSpamProxy like we do it. There's no other solution I know which has a similar approach to this communication. So let's see how it works. NoSpamProxy is sending an outbound email from sort of sender, and as you can see, there's now sort of address pair stored in the database of NoSpamProxy. Of course, there's not only this address pair. We are also store a little bit of information in addition to that. And as soon as the external communication partner sends an answer back to my email, then NoSpamProxy knows that this is a wanted communication and gives bonus points to this email. But we only give these bonus points in case we can authenticate the communication. This is done by techniques like SPF, DKIM, DMARC, a trusted SMIME certification, all this kind of stuff where we can really authenticate the connection so that we know this is really an email from the real sender, from the real external communication partner. Then we give this bonus points and can handle the email according to another level. These another level, let me give you an example how to deal with it. When we fight Emotet, there are several ways to detect the malware in attachment and URLs. But let's be some kind of realistic. There's not the 100% protection level you can reach. Everyone who says that, I can't believe that. So in addition to our several engines we provide, we have a technique we call content disarm and reconstruction, CDR. And it's similar to an X-ray, which you get when you go to the doctor and maybe you have a broken arm or something like that. The doctor says, okay, I don't use my knife to get it fixed. First of all, I would like to have a picture of your broken arm. For me, I'm always very comfort with this situation when the doctor doesn't, first of all, take his knife to see what's going on instead of taking an X-ray. NoSpamProxy also takes an X-ray of an inbound email, if you like to. As you can see here on my slide, there's an email coming up to the NoSpamProxy, and the email has maybe an alert attachment. And in this situation, maybe this is an email with a malware, and the malware is brand new. It's the first version, maybe in the last 10 seconds, and the configured filters won't find anything in this email. Maybe everything else is fine. Also, the attachment is fine so far, but it's not marked as virus by any other virus engine. What CDR is doing now, we take the Word document, we convert it into PDF. This is the X-ray. We put the Word document in our attachment quarantine, which stays here on the, as you can see, on the gateway, and only the PDF file, the X-ray, is attached to the email, and your internal user will receive the email with the X-ray, with the PDF file, and can see what's going on. He can open the attachment, and nothing will happen because the virus itself is in the attachment quarantine at the gateway. So he can see, okay, this is maybe not a legal email, I will delete it, and nothing happened. But the user has received the mail, he can check it himself. Is it a wanted mail or is it not? And can delete it. And the most important thing is nothing will happen because the virus itself is here in the quarantine. Okay, this is CDR. And in combination with our level of trust system, we can set up rules like, okay, if there's a Word document coming from a trusted communication partner, that means somebody I'm in contact with, I sent an email to this guy, then I can do other checks. But if the Word document is coming maybe from an untrusted person, then CDR is done, and I'm receiving only the X-ray. And this is something the administrator can set up once at the installation time, and everything else is done by the users. So the level of trust points are given based on the outbound emails. As a user, I only have to send an email to my communication partner once. After that, he has this bonus level for several weeks, and he can send me the Word documents directly. Of course, if we detect a virus in the email, then the email is blocked. Even if there's a level of trust points or not, then the email is blocked. But usually they are wanted attachments which I have to work with, then the email can pass through. In terms of URLs in emails, we provide the URL safeguard feature. This is also a pretty easy to understand and use feature. Here you can see NoSpamProxy is receiving an email containing an URL. At the time of the receipt, we don't know maybe the URL because it's also brand new. And according to the trust level of the sender, we can also decide to rewrite the link or not to rewrite the link. Maybe we want to rewrite the link. That means the URL is changed with another URL. So the recipient here is getting the email. He clicks on the URL, and when he clicks on this URL, on the rewritten URL, first of all, NoSpamProxy will see the request. We can check the URL again, and maybe 5 minutes later, after the recipient has opened the mail and clicked on the link, we have another category for this kind of URL, or we know now that is a virus or phishing mail. Then we can drop the connection, give the user an information, hey, it's not a good idea to open this URL. We stop now the connection. And every time he clicks on the link, the link is again checked, which makes it way safer than to forward the email with the original URL. Okay, so the time of click and time of receipt scenario is, for me, it's a very good one because it saves time and it gives us as the email security gateway time to gain some information about the URL until the user clicks on it. And maybe a minute or 2 minutes later, we have another meaning about this URL. Okay, the next one is our latest baby. It's called Heimdall. Maybe some of you know Heimdall. For us, it's our own software. It's a cloud-based, AI-based engine to detect URLs on phishing attacks in attachments and in URLs. When any NoSpamProxy installation receives an email, some metadata is extracted from the email, sent to our Heimdall's cloud-based service. Heimdall is looking after the transferred metadata and gives back a score to this email. And then we can decide to drop the mail, to reject the mail, not drop. We reject the mail, or to forward the email into the mailbox of the user. Heimdall is, as I said, is a software made by ourselves, so it's running in our German data centers, and the software is not a third-party one. It's our own intelligence, which is working here now as the Heimdall security software. The metadata, every NoSpamProxy installation can send, if you want, to our Heimdall service. It's not that much what we know about the emails from our customers. It's the information if it is an incoming or outbound email. It's the level of trust status, if it's a trusted mail or not. Of course, the timestamp when the email was received and some sort of client ID. And then the information about the URL is attached, the URL itself, of course, and the classification, what the made by the NoSpamProxy installation itself. So Heimdall knows how the NoSpamProxy installation has rated the mail, and stores that in its database. The same happens for attachments on emails, but in addition to the classification, we also store the file name of the attachment, the hash of the attachment, file size, of course, and the file type recognized by the NoSpamProxy installation itself. So it's not that much we store in the database. In the next year, we will extend these metadata to the IP address and some sort of sender information, but only regarding the sender domains. We will not store full email addresses, or only some terms of the sender address we will store in the future. But for now, we only store this metadata you can see here. So in terms of the email security needs, we already faced a few things. Regarding the response time, we have three very important things in NoSpamProxy. We have, first of all, our Heimdall service, which is very fast. When you send a query to our Heimdall service, the response is given within a second. It's really fast. The other thing is NoSpamProxy has no quarantine. So if we think the email is a spam or is a virus or has some other things you don't know, maybe you don't want to have in your email, then we reject the email during the connection. We will not receive the email until the end, put it in some sort of queue or something else, we'll tag it. This is not done by NoSpamProxy. We reject the email, so the sender will receive an NDR by his own system, that he knows that his email has been blocked, and the sender has nothing to do with it. And of course, our CDR system is also very important for the response time, because the recipient of an email, you know your users very well. They look at email like in real-time media, like WhatsApp and all the other chat tools, and email has to be fast. And with the CDR feature, we can provide the email to the recipient in a very fast way, but without the virus. As I said, it's only the X-rate content of the original file, and the user can work. In case it's a good mail, he can work, and later on he can download the original file from the quarantine. But in the first step, he can work with the content only based on the PDF file. Then next thing, the connected system in the background, of course, is our Heimdall system. In terms of protection, we provide 4 other things. Of course, first of all, our Heimdall service. Then we have some managed rules. In our cloud-based solution, we take care of the correct rule settings. So we know what kind of malware or spamwares are in the wild, and can adjust the rules according to what we see and what we think is the best solution for our customers. So our customers don't have to care about that. This is our job. Then the CDR feature is, in our point of view, a very important thing to receive a very high protection level against macroviruses in attachments. I don't want to say it's a 100% solution, but it's very, very close to it. Also, the URL safeguard solution, as I said, we can rewrite the URLs. And as soon as the user clicks on it, maybe we have another opinion about the URL and can stop the user to access the malicious web page. And of course, the custom fit thing is also done by the Heimdall service, because we know, according to our network in the background, what types of viruses are in the wild currently, what do our NoSpamProxy installations see at the moment, and and every administrator can choose whether Heimdall is used or not, and also every administrator can choose which MIME types he wants to receive via email and which not. This is a very important thing, because everyone has other things he wants to receive via email as the other companies. Okay, let me come to the end. Some cloud pros, why you should buy NoSpamProxy in the cloud. First of all, our onboarding is quite fast. You will receive a short introduction into the service. Mainly you will do some DNS records for us. You have to set them up. And after that, it's only connecting maybe to Office 365, synchronize your users, and that's all. Then we have an easy configuration. You only have to choose how your users should be protected in 3 types of different rules. Is it a medium score or a hard score? This can be done very easy in our web-based solution. And for me, the most important thing is we have a very extensive message tracking. And for an administrator, it's very important to know what's going on its email solution gateway. And this information is provided in a very fast way. And of course, NoSpamProxy Cloud is Office 365 ready. We can connect directly to your Azure Active Directory tenant to synchronize your users into our solution so that we can reject emails which were sent to not valid emails. And for you, it's just a few clicks, and that's all. Everything else is done by the platform itself. Okay, this is my last slide. This is an award which was presented by a German tech consult company. This is a rating done by users who use the several security softwares, and obviously NoSpamProxy is a very good one because we are in the upper champion area for the third time in a row now. And yeah, maybe this is something important for you, that you know, okay, there are several other customers which are very satisfied with our solution, and this also for the third time in a row. Okay, yeah, there is the NoSpamProxy solution. Okay, I would like to thank you for your time, and if you have questions to our NoSpamProxy service, feel free to put them in the chat tool. Me and my colleagues, we are more than happy to give you an answer. If you need a demo account, just let us know, and yeah, then we can set up your NoSpamProxy Cloud account, and you can lay your hands on it, and yeah, let's see how it works for you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Stefan, for the presentation. Since we are running out of time, then all additional questions, please feel free to ask in also expert at Cloud Marketplace Teams. All also Cloud Marketplace experts are findable today in the channel. So thank you for participating and have a nice day.